With the vehicle raised, you have a clear view of the exhaust system. You can replace the left rear muffler with the exhaust installed by separating at the clamping point, red arrow. The right side muffler is replaced along with the center muffler as indicated by the yellow arrow as one piece. The front exhaust pipe with the integrated catalytic converters can be replaced independently. These are indicated by the green arrows. Support the exhaust system from below using a hydraulic floor jack or a jack stand as indicated by the green arrow. I like to put the jack under each muffler or the center muffler depending on what I am replacing. Next, you have to detach the rear exhaust supports. You will need to detach these whether you are replacing the mufflers or the entire exhaust. If you are only replacing the front pipes and the catalytic converters, this step can be skipped. Working at the 4 rear exhaust hangers, red arrows, use a pry bar, yellow arrow, to lever the rubber insulator, green arrow, off the support. Use soapy water to lubricate the insulators if necessary. If replacing the left side muffler, loosen the 13mm exhaust clamp, red arrows, and slide the clamp off the pipe union. Then remove the 13mm fastener from the exhaust support, green arrow. If you are removing the entire exhaust, leave these items connected. If you are replacing the right side and center mufflers, remove the 4 13mm flange fasteners, green arrows. Note the crack in the flange, red arrow. If you find a cracked flange on a component you were reinstalling once removed, you can repair it using a split flange. If removing the entire exhaust, leave these items connected. Continuing with the removal procedure for the entire exhaust system, you will have to remove the support that connects the exhaust tunnel, green arrow. Working at the center of the vehicle just behind the catalytic converters, remove the T45 torque support fasteners as indicated by the yellow arrows. Hold the support so it doesn't fall as you remove the final fastener. Then remove the support. Locate and mark the oxygen sensor electrical connectors. Bank 1 sensor, red arrow. Bank 2 sensor, green arrow. Bank 1 sensor 2 is a blue arrow, and Bank 2 sensor 2 is the yellow arrow. Label or mark the wiring harness to aid during the reinstallation. Pull the wiring harness out of the mount, then disconnect the electrical connectors by pulling them straight apart. Once the oxygen sensors are disconnected, move to the right side of the transmission bell housing. Detach the oxygen sensor wiring harness, red arrow, from the mount, green arrow, and pull it out of the clips. Follow the left side harness up around the exhaust. Cut or remove any zip ties securing the harness to the engine. Now it's time to remove the exhaust connection at the manifold. Start on the right side of the engine and remove the 2 13mm front pipe fasteners as indicated by the red arrows. Be careful when loosening these fasteners. I like to spray them with penetrating oil before removing them. Depending on the weather where you live, these can seize up. If they break, don't worry. You can remove the broken bolts and nuts later by hammering them out. Move to the left side of the engine and remove the same 13mm fasteners you did on the right side. Access is tougher on the left side. For the rear fasteners, I access it from the left side next to the pipe, as indicated by the green arrow. For the front fastener, I access it from the front, red arrow, near the front axle, yellow arrow. If equipped with a 4MATIC, the rear wheel drives I will access the same way, minus the obstruction of the axle. Next, working at the center of the vehicle, the center support has to be removed. Start by loosening the 4 12mm nuts as indicated by the red arrows. Then remove the 2 13mm fasteners, green arrows. Then remove the insulator plate from the vehicle, yellow arrow. Pull the exhaust back away from the exhaust manifolds and lower it. Then remove the exhaust from the vehicle. It is helpful to have a friend assist with this part of the task, as the exhaust can be hard to manage. Once the exhaust has been removed, you can replace the front mufflers or repair the system as needed. Line up the new parts with the old ones. Mark where you will cut. Use a pipe cutter to cut the pipes, then remove any sharp edges from the pipes. Install the new parts using the exhaust clamps, then reinstall the exhaust system. Be sure to replace any hangers, fasteners, or flanges if they are in bad shape. If you broke a fastener during removal, cut the fastener, red arrow, so about 1 inch hangs out of the manifold. Then tap the broken fastener up to remove it along with the capture nut. Once out, install new capture nut, green arrow. Thanks for watching. Click here to view the original article along with hundreds of other DIY content for your car.